Notability is an incredibly powerful note-taking tool. I'm not going to be able to capture all of its functions within the few minutes that I have to talk about it today. Highly recommend that you jump in and explore it. But today I will show you how to get the app open, how to create a note and perform a variety of functions within the note, and then a little bit about organizing it, like naming it, filing it away, some of the sharing, and also show you how to import a PDF in so that you can write on the PDF, which can be really handy. So in the bottom left corner, you'll see the Notability app is a little blue icon with a pencil that is sort of turning into a microphone. So I'm going to tap on that, and that's going to open up the Notability app for us. I'm going to go back to my home page. I'll show you that in a minute. And you can see on the left-hand side of this screen, I have a variety of topics set up here. I have some of my grad school classes saved because I want to go back to some of that material from time to time. I have a miscellaneous category. I have some materials for evaluations that I can pop up. And I also have a list of the schools that I service and some recent notes for those. So that's sort of the organizational piece, but first I'll show you how to jump in and create a note. So in the very top right-hand corner, you'll see a little square icon with a pencil coming in from the top right corner, very top right of the screen. I'll tap on that, and it will automatically pop open a new note. So my first impression was that this screen looks a little bit overwhelming, so I want you to take time to just focus all of your attention to the very top of the screen. There are several functions lined up at the top, and once you see them, it starts to make a little bit more sense. You'll see that there's a T, which stands for typing, which allows us to keyboard. So for this, I could write some words here, and some more words here. Write some notes here. Right? I can also go to the next icon over. I'm going to tap it and it's going to turn red. So that is a pencil. I can use that to handwrite or I can use that to draw. If I tap it again, you'll see that I get a variety of options. I can get different pencil widths. I can also get different colors. So let's say I wanted to write in green and I wanted that to be a little bit of a thicker pencil stroke. I could write my name here. I could choose a wider tip and circle it in purple. I could draw really whatever I wanted to. The next icon over is highlighting, which is a more transparent version of drawing. So for highlighter, I'm going to choose, by tapping it again, a different width. And I'm going to choose yellow because I like to highlight in yellow. And I'm going to highlight the first line of what I previously keyboarded. So you can see that I can just highlight that. I could highlight the second line in green, and I could highlight the third line in pink. Okay, so you can highlight anything with that. The next icon over is an eraser. So the eraser erases anything it touches and the whole pen stroke. So for instance, the circle, the purple circle around my name, if I simply drag my finger across the screen while I have the eraser selected, you'll see it turns a bit transparent, and as soon as I let go, it will erase that entire circle. The same would go for my name. Any letter that I touch will disappear as soon as I let go of the screen. Now, let's say I didn't want to do that. You'll see that next to the icons we've been selecting up top, there's a little left arrow to the left of the T there. If I press that, that undoes the last thing I did. So I can get my name back unerased. I can get my circle back, which is kind of nice. So let's go back to our main functions. Right next to the eraser, you'll see a pair of scissors. This is used to select and manipulate anything. So I'm going to circle my smiley face. And you'll see it puts up that blue line letting you know that that's what you're going to be modifying. I can use my fingers to pinch the screen and make it smaller, or expand it and make it bigger. I'm going to put it down here. I can move it around. I can also spin it by spinning my two fingers. Okay. Once I let go, you'll see that I get some options right above it, including cut, which means to get rid of it, copy, so I can paste it somewhere else, delete it entirely, or the far left option is style. So if I tap style, I can change some things about that smiley face. I can change the breadth of the strokes. So let's say I want it really fine point. I could change it to really fine point, and let's say I wanted it in blue. I could change it to blue. Maybe I want thicker lines again. Go back, change it to red. So it gives you a lot of functionality to play with that. If we go back to the top icons, the last one is a small hand, and that just allows us to scroll up and down through this document without making any marks on the page or moving anything around. It's just a navigational tool. So the last thing I'll probably show you on this screen is the plus sign to the right of the hand there, almost in the top right corner. So I'm going to press that. I'm going to show you how to put in a web image because this is a pretty popular feature. It gives you several options here, including putting in photos that you've already taken that are on your iPad or iPhone, taking a photo now, but we're going to do web clip. So I'm going to tap web clip there. I prefer Google Image, so I'm going to tap Google. I'm going to search for my favorite volcano project. Look at that, it's in my recent searches. I'm now going to select images because I'm looking for an image. And I'm going to tap on the one I want. If you've watched my other videos by now, you'll know that I like this image here. So the one more step I want to do so I don't get a picture of this whole screen put into my note is I'm going to tap these 3 dots on the right hand side of the screen. See 3 circles, one has 3 dots, and I'm going to tap that. I'm going to do View Original Image. And you'll see that this will bring up an option to view just the picture of the volcano, which is really nice. So now I have just that, and now in the top right corner I'm going to click Done. And now you can see I have my lovely picture of my volcano. I can tap and hold it and move it around. Okay. So I'm actually going to scroll down. I'm going to put it down below my smiley face. Okay. I can make it larger by selecting the blue corners there, and I'll make it a little bit bigger. And then if I wanted to, I could go back to some of my other features and draw over this. So for instance, if I wanted to draw on it, I could go back to my pencil there, put some red lines. That might be a little bit thick, so I'll change it to a thinner pen stroke. Have some lines coming out of there. Of course, I want some oranges, right? Maybe a few yellows. Let's use highlighter yellows. Okay. And then what I can also do is I can put a text box over that. So when we press the T before, we just typed on the left. But if we hold our finger down on the screen when that T is there, eventually it will pop up options that are paste or text box. I'm going to select text box. Down at the bottom of my screen above the keyboard, I'm going to select the color, change it to red. And in there, I'm going to type volcano. And now I can move that right on top of my image. So that's some of the stuff that you can do with Notability in terms of just setting up a note. And I'm going to show you that you can also organize it. So if I go back in the top left corner here, I can press the back arrow. That will take me back to organizing. And I'll show you a couple of things that we can do on this screen as well.